Good morning, everyone. Tom, aka Nostradamus, and how you doing? It was a nice morning to wake up to. I did not expect Bitcoin to be pumping like it did, but is that CME futures gap going to come into play? That's a great question, Tom. A great question. What's causing Bitcoin to pump? Another great question. Is the stock market going to crash today? Man, Tom, you are just full of great questions. Let's hop on over to the desktop. Oh, hey, what do we got going on there? Send me in a map of your house and I'll do a wireless survey for you. I'll only charge like half an Ethereum and then we can print this into an NFT. Genius, right? All right, stock market, what is going on? The NASDAQ was down over 100 points. Andy in the house, good morning. How you doing, brother? How are you doing? Hopefully you're having a good day, good morning. Hopefully it's going to be a good week. We got Easter coming next Sunday. I don't know if you guys celebrate Easter. Not a big day for me, but it's a great time of year, right? Anyway, the NASDAQ, man, a hedge fund got blown up on Friday. I don't even really know all the details. I just know highly leveraged, Viacom, Discover, 30 billion in liquidations. Is this a sign of what's to come? Armageddon, stock market crash on, off. NASDAQ was down like over 100 points last night. Then it was up. I woke up this morning around 4 a.m. The NASDAQ was green, only a few points. Now it's flirting down with negative 40. What is the tone going to be this week? I'm not sure. Is stock market closed on Friday or Monday? It might be. I think it might be closed on Friday. Futures half a day. You know, I could look that up, I guess. But, you know, it's weird, man. So we got the stock market opening in 3 minutes. It used to be I'd be pretty bummed because especially last year, I was so heavily invested in the stock market. Now I would used to check the NASDAQ futures all the time overnight like I used to. Now it's, you know, I'm checking Bitcoin and Cardano and Polkadot and Decentraland, right? Like what's going on in crypto? And the crypto never sleeps, so my sleeping has gotten a bit worse. Thank you, crypto. All right, we still got about 2 minutes for the market open. Be sure to smash them like buttons. Be sure to hit them subscribe buttons. I think I'm at like 645 subscribers. I started this channel mostly just as a challenge, you know, challenge myself to fear of speaking, right? Now I'm speaking to the world. See if I can hit that 1,000. Now I don't know what I'm going to do if I hit 1,000 subscribers. I made 50 coin toss. I may delete the channel. I mean, I kid, but I'm kind of serious. Or maybe I go for 10,000. Who knows? Right? Who knows? Hopefully that's not too far off and then we can make a decision. So the NASDAQ's trying to move, baby. I see that green candle trying to ignite like Starship. Hopefully we get a Starship launch today, man. I love watching those. What about you guys? Is it going to land successfully? I think it will. I was pretty excited on the last landing. And then the damn thing blew up, right? I'm just like, man, if someone, like, think about that. How much would it take for you to ride on this Starship today? How much money would someone have to give you to ride on today's Starship? Probably a little bit less than the last one, but it's still got to be an awful freaking lot, right? Like, can you imagine the last one? You definitely would have essed your pants. And then you stuck the landing and you're like, get me off this bitch. And then boom. Hasta la vista, but your family would have been taken care of, right? Yeah, I know. Sometimes I think about weird things. All right, we got a minute to the market open. Kind of want to focus on the stock market today. I kind of want to see where it goes. That Bitcoin, man, Bitcoin's up over 58,000 again. Are we going to get a gap? Because that means Bitcoin's higher than what the Bitcoin future, the CME futures closed on Friday. Usually that means, you know, all gaps get filled. Bitcoin's up 4,500 on the futures. That thing has a pretty good history of filling that gap, so it'll be curious to see, are we going to get a quick flash down and back up? See, we can kind of see that gap right there. Yeah, it's not much of one, but that, I mean, we're up here, so to fill that gap, we're going to have to come down to 3,000 or 4,000 really quick. That's not going to be a lot of fun. And if it doesn't happen today, what does that mean? Like later in the week, right? See if we can go back. I mean, here we go. We can look at something similar. We go back to the beginning of February. Same thing. We had a gap up, we push, and then so like that Monday was fun, but then it pushed back down. It did fill the gap. Then we went back off to the moon. Firstly, let's get it out of the way, man. Let's just get that gap filled out of the way. That being said, not all gaps get filled. We got some gaps down here that aren't filled. So we definitely, hopefully we don't ever see those gaps filled, because that's at 25,000, 22,000. So all gaps get filled. Maybe necessarily don't ring true in Bitcoin, but it does like to fill those gaps quite often. All right, stock market is open. Let's see what's going on. The Nasdaq's down about 25. I honestly, like, I would be inclined to short the Nasdaq right now, right? Just mostly as a hedge. My accounts are doing good today though, because most of the plays are in Bitcoin related. Let's see, charge point. I put a charge point put spread on. Bullish play. It's down a little bit overall, but the market's getting hammered. Ooh. GNOG is leaked. Oh, it was leaked. All right. So GNOG getting my ass handed to me. I keep going back to the well. I love me some GNOG, but it just keeps costing me money. Mara's up nice today. Thank you, Bitcoin. MicroStrategy is up nice. Thank you, Bitcoin. And Neo, Chinese, Baidu. I think Baidu is part of that liquidation thing going on. Some hedge fund, I don't know, New Zealand or somewhere. AES in the house. Good morning. How you doing, brother? So I don't even remember where that hedge fund is, but they're getting liquidated. Some dude has already been in trouble with the SEC, blacklisted. I don't know, but the banks gave him money and he's out there causing problems. I don't know the full details. I just know it's not a pretty situation. We'll have to see what it does to the liquidity of the market right now. So far, it's basically, I mean, NASDAQ down 30 is kind of flat relative, but it's starting to move now. Is it going to go down? You know what? Let's see if we can catch a falling knife, boys and girls. And don't do it, Tom. Don't trade it. My last 3 NASDAQ trades have been losses. What am I going to do? I really don't know. Feeling a little degenny. Like I want to, so this is what I'm thinking. Let's do it. The reason I'm doing this is a hedge. I'm not trying to make money. If I'm wrong, all right, boom. We got a little uptick. Ooh. So what I did is I just shorted a mini NASDAQ. Mini. The big NASDAQ is a much bigger. So the mini NASDAQ is the equivalent of 80 shares of QQQ. The regular NASDAQ would be 800 shares of QQQ. So this mini NASDAQ has an 80 delta. So I just shorted 80 deltas. It's really just a hedge, man. I'm really just hedging. If I'm wrong, I'm just being a little degenny right now. And I'm wrong right now, right? But I'm just going to let it play. I don't mind losing $100 to $200 in this trade. If I lose $100 to $200 in this trade, I mean, my overall portfolio was long delta, so I'm probably going to be fine, right? So again, it's mostly just a hedge, and that hedge I'm losing. We're going to let it play. It is what it is. Now I'm losing my ass. Now I'm down 30, 40. See, this is why you don't like, this is 101. This is trading 101. We're in the advanced classes right now. Trying to scalp the futures is extremely difficult. If you ever run across any YouTube videos telling you that you can make a lot of money scalping Forex, futures, and let's even take it over to Bitcoin, trying to scalp Bitcoin, trying to leverage Bitcoin, man, it is not easy. It is extremely difficult. You enter a trade 50-50, and see, I'm down $70 right now. And that's how quickly it can turn on you. If you think that's any different, leveraging and shorting or longing Bitcoin, man, this thing is off to the races. I think I'm gonna close my position out here in a second. I got this one wrong. All right, I'm gonna let it play out a little bit longer. Down $65. So just think about it, man. You know, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that sensationalize leverage trading and Bitcoin. I'm telling you, it is 99.9999 a crypto face, man. Like, just just don't do it, man, because you can lose a lot of money and you can lose it quickly. So again, this was more of a hedge. A hedge, meaning if I got the trade wrong, look, my account's going up. My account profit and loss is going up, even though I'm losing on this trade, right? Because it was just a hedge. And that's how you would do Bitcoin too, in my opinion. You would, if say you have 5-10 Bitcoins and you see like, you know, an alert that 15,000 Bitcoins got inflow on an exchange. We're about a week to 2 weeks out from futures and options expiration. You'd be like, man, and it's done this for the last 3 months. Bitcoin takes it on the nose. It goes down really heavy that last week or so into the expiration. So you'd be like, okay, I'm going to short Bitcoin as a hedge, right? Meaning I think Bitcoin's going to go down. I don't want to sell my Bitcoin. I want to reduce my risk and shave some Bitcoin deltas off my risk. If you get it wrong, you still make money because you own more Bitcoin than your see, now I'm down $80. I think I need to exit this trade. I think I got this one wrong. I think I got 4 in a row wrong. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna leave this on for a little bit longer. Again, man, it wants to go green. Oh, it's green. You know what? What account did I put this on? Did I put it in the wrong account? No, I got it in the right account. So I am gonna exit it. I got it wrong, boys and girls. What are you gonna do? I can remember how to do this. Trade, active. Why doesn't it show up? Or is it? I'm sitting here losing money and it's not letting me close it. This stupid platform. I just want to flatten it. I guess I'm going to have to do it the hard way. All right, we're going to close it. Boom, boom, boom. Quick $100 loss. Chipotle is not on me today, boys and girls. I mean, that's a good sign, though. Maybe we get it. Should I go long now? Get it wrong again? Nah. I took it on the nose. Nice little 100. But look, again, my account is still going up, man. Love it. That's mostly going to be because of Bitcoin. So let's hop over, see what's going on in cryptocurrency. We're going to wrap this up. So I get to work. Any questions out there? Any of you guys have any questions? Any questions about stock market, cryptocurrency, any altcoins you want to discuss? What are you thinking? What are you liking? Where do you think Bitcoin's going this week? So the news, I do have news. Major League Baseball and Visa moving to Bitcoin. The Visa thing seems to be a big reason why Bitcoin is going up. To me, it's like not that big of news in my opinion. It is and it isn't. Like, it's the direction cryptocurrency is going. It's the direction the monetary system is going, definitely, and it's definitely a step in the right direction. But it's no huge news, right? And Bitcoin being back at 58,000. You know, right now the sentiment's really bullish, so any little reason to move the price up. Sure, you're going to see a lot of YouTube videos saying, oh, this is the move. April's going to be huge. Big things coming, urgent, right? And if the right FUD comes out, we're going back down to 40,000, right? It's just the sentiment is bullish. Visa accepting Bitcoin, or it's Visa, a partnership with Crypto.com. I mean, what does that even mean? I mean, they already had a card, right? And now it's on Ethereum and, you know, faster transactions. Oh, well, you go out, you go out and buy a coffee and it settles in 10 minutes instead of a day or two, I guess. By the time you pay your miner fee and your tax event, that coffee costs you $200, right? Until certain things change. And I've been saying this before Kathy Wood said it, before the great Kathy Wood, like spending your crypto doesn't make any sense unless it, I mean, let's say all your money's in crypto, right? And I don't know how good of an idea that is until you get into long-term capital gains. And then once you're in long-term capital gains, I guess, right? It's no big deal, but it's a huge headache. And I agree until they change the tax laws. To me, crypto, Bitcoin is just a store of value, a hedge against inflation, similar to gold. You put your money in there, you expect it to go up. I don't really think spending it is very wise. DeFi, there's a lot of DeFi out there that has value, right? It's not about, everyone thinks it's like a currency, man. That's such a bad way to describe what crypto is, because Cardano, it's not really a currency, it's a network, right? It should be crypto network, I guess, but that doesn't sound as cool. It doesn't sound as flashy. So there's all these projects that they have an actual value. It's not necessarily about being able to spend it as crypto. I mean, there are projects out there that's, what its intended purpose is, and we'll let them be that. The other big news, I thought it was pretty big news, is the Oakland A's are now taking Bitcoin to pay for their private suites, and they're not going to convert it to fiat. Now, I mean, that is further evidence of the train leaving the tracks, and we're going to see more and more of that coming. So as more and more of that comes, and it depends on who the company is, how big the company is, right? That's what we're talking about right there. I mean, that, in my opinion, is really big news, and that's the kind of stuff that is going to help move cryptocurrency forward. I really don't see, my personal opinion is cryptocurrency is going to bleed up. It's going to drip up. I don't know that we're necessarily going to get any big, huge upward moves until we get news like, and I've mentioned this several times recently, like the ETF, a Northern American ETF gets approved, or a big company like Oracle or Apple. I mean, even Twitter's kind of built into the news already. And to be quite honest, so it's something like Oracle, but once that gets announced, that's definitely going to cause a bit of a FOMO. The Google trending is going to start trending on it, and we're going to start seeing that upward momentum. So let's take a look at what else is going on. We got Ethereum pushing $1,800. Ethereum back up above the trend line, baby. So it was support. Excuse me, it was resistance for about 5 days. What's it going to be now? It's anyone's guess. Right now, it's got a hold, right? It's got a hold. Is Bitcoin? Bitcoin, same thing. It was support, then it became resistance, and it's pushing up against it. We'll have to see what it is. My gut instinct is April is going to be a big month. I do think, well, not huge, but I think it's going to be a bullish month, and I can see us pushing up towards this upper trend line, especially, I mean, 30 days, right? 30 days of April hasn't even started yet. We just need that big news. NYDIG promised us of some big news like that. So we just need one or two companies to come out and announce the same thing similar to Tesla. We've already got governments talking about it. Speaking of governments, man, come on, United States. Like, talk to your congressman. Tell them to implement, like, we need to be mining Bitcoin as a government. We need to be accumulating Bitcoin as a government. I do think Bitcoin is a threat to national security unless we hold an S-ton of it and are monitored. So go out there and buy $1 trillion worth of Bitcoin. I support it. Right? Stop. Like, if you you confiscate Bitcoin in something like Silk Road, don't sell it. Hold it. Right? Like, you've made the mistakes. Now stop making them. Start mining it. Don't buy junk bonds. Buy Bitcoin, in my opinion. Maybe I'm crazy. Buy $1 trillion of Bitcoin. Secure yourself as the richest company in the world, or the richest country in the world for millennia. Pay off your debt, right? I don't know. Just a wild theory. Like, you don't have to buy it. Trillions a lot. I mean, that's doubling, basically doubling. Yeah, it's not that big a deal for the United States, right? We're throwing around trillions like it's dollar bills to me, right? They're just trillion here, trillion here. Apparently, there's another 3-4 trillion coming in April, and a lot of Democrats are talking about ongoing stimulus checks again, right? So that money, the money machine's getting red hot, baby. So what does that mean? Got me, man. I'm no economist. Let's take a quick look. Polkadot and ADA, what's going on? And a couple other of my faves. Mana was pumping this weekend. Mana and GRT. I handed them on silver platters last week. It's not hard, man. You find good projects that are down big, like Mana and GRT, and you like if you're a swing trader, man, those are like, that's easy money right there. I wasn't, but I mean, I'm dollar cost averaging into them. I continue to buy Polkadot, Cardano, Mana, and Bitcoin every week, small amounts. I'm trying to curb my appetite of spending bigger amounts because I'm already got way too much invested in cryptocurrency. And I don't want to get to the point that if cryptocurrency does fall on its butt, that I'm completely almost homeless. I don't know what I did. Market cap of 88. What did I pick here? Oh, the market. I don't want the market cap. I want the freaking. All right, so let's look it on Kraken. So kind of spinning sideways. We're at $1.21. Cardano's a bit. I don't even know how I could say this with a straight face. It's a bit of a disappointment, I guess. I mean, it's up. I started buying it around 16 cents. I bought a bunch more, like 90 cents. I'm up big on it. It's up big. I mean, this is February 1st. It was at 35 cents. And then at the end of December, it was around 14 cents. That's a 10x. It's over a 10x in 3 or 4 months. So, I mean, it's hardly a disappointment, but it's been a disappointment as of recently, especially because everyone expected it to go to $2, myself included. We all got that wrong when it got listed on Coinbase. But I do think Cardano will see $2 in April. I do love Cardano still. It's still my biggest bag. It's still my favorite cryptocurrency. I think it will see $2 because they got a lot of good news in the pipeline. They got smart contracts. The Alfonso being finalized at the end of April. So a push is coming, boys and girls. This one's an easy money in my opinion. My opinion, not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, it's just what I'm doing. Let's take a quick look at Polkadot. Polkadot's another one that I love, that I think's easy money. They got parachain auctions coming up. I do expect a big move coming. It's one that I mentioned recently that's another good buy when it was hanging around $29. I mean, it had gone from a local high of $40 down to below 30 in a few days. I'm like, man, this one's easy money because it's going back up to all-time highs and then doubling, right? So I personally think this, it's a tough one between this one and Cardano. Buy them both, in my opinion, not financial advice, right? But Polkadot and Cardano are the two big ones right now that I would be buying heavily. I actually like it better than Binance, to be honest. I like Binance, don't get me wrong, the Binance Smart Chain. But I mean, there's pros and cons to everything, and Binance doesn't solve. It does and it doesn't. Like, it's on the road to solving, and it's a problem I ran into this week. I was looking at Pancake Swap, and there's a lot of stuff on Pancake Swap, man. It's like, what is this? You know, small crap coins. I have no idea. So Pancake is the similar to Uniswap or Ethereum. What do you? I mean, you run into a problem over there. I was like, yeah, okay, I want to go buy some Pancake, man. I like this. So I'm checking it out. I'm on Binance. How do you do it? Well, you use BNB, right? That's the one way to do it. And I'm like, well, I don't want to use my BNB. That's a tax event. If I'm going to go out and buy some Pancake with my BNB, I'm going to pay like 40% right off the top in taxes, you know, between state and federal. So I'm going to do it with BUSD instead, right? Well, BUSD is ERC20. It's on the Ethereum network. So I'm going to have to pay a fee to transfer that over. I'm like, what? Like, so, what? It was frustrating, right? They need to have, and maybe, what am I missing there, boys and girls? Maybe there is a stable coin on the Binance Smart Chain where I don't have to pay this ridiculous fee to transfer it over. So I kind of just like, I had to add BNB to my MetaMask, and I was going through all this stuff, and I'm just like, man, this is a lot of headache, right? So that process needs to get better. But don't get me wrong, I like Binance. I was dollar cost averaging into Binance every week. I just recently stopped doing that. I have enough BNB for now, and I'm much more bullish on Polkadot, Cardano, and the other one I'm dollar cost averaging. Oh, there's a few others like Ontology. If DMAC comes around, Ontology, I did start dollar cost averaging into that. That's only on a monthly basis, though. I do love that project. But man, oh man, I'm buying like $25 a week, man. I love me some Mana. I do think Decentraland has 100x plus in it. Not necessarily this cycle, but over the next 4 years or so. I think Mana is going to the moon. I think Decentraland, there's some other projects out there that might be worth getting into that are similar to it. So I think Decentraland's the big one, first mover and all that stuff. So I'm investing in it. I do like that one the most. I talk about it all the time. I even want to buy some land over there. I'm not kidding. Oh man, the prices are so sky high right now. It's like, man, is this a bubble? But at the same time, is it early? And I go buy me like $20,000 in land and it's worth potentially millions in the future. I know. Moonboy Tom back on the channel. All right, so Polkadot's up 35%. I don't even want to look at Kusama. So Kusama is something I wanted to buy, and I was gonna buy it, but it had gone from 300 to 400. I'm like, man, this is pumped too much. But now I don't even want to look. It's just gonna frustrate me. Kusama your mama. Am I spelling this right? Kusama. I want to see it on. I wanted to see it on Kraken, but all right. Kusama, $560. I was fretting about it when it was 400. Now look at it. It won't stop. One of the reasons it's pumping such that being said, right? I can't dollar amount, right? I'm not getting a ton of coins for my dollars compared to something like Polkadot. And one of the reasons it's moving so much is because there's only 9 million, right? It's like 9 million in circulation. So that's one of the reasons why its price dollar amount moves so much. I mean, that's half a Bitcoin right there. So it's kind of weird. I don't necessarily understand the tokenomics in that, why there's so few coins. But it is what it is. It's supposedly, apparently, kind of the test net to Polkadot's mainnet. But, everyone talks about how the big companies will be on Polkadot, the smaller companies will be on Kusama, I guess. We'll have to see how that works out. Again, parachain auctions coming out soon. It's hard for me to recommend buying Kusama at these prices. Wait for a nice little cool off, I guess. It's had a 1, 2, 3, 4 day pump. And it's really had, it hasn't stopped pumping since March 9th, really. It's like, man, I don't even want to look at this. It'll make me sick because I didn't buy it. Because you can buy this just like Polkadot and stake it on Kraken for 12%. I mean, I'm not complaining. I got a ton of Polkadot. I love Polkadot. And I think a big move in Polkadot's coming soon. So it's just a matter of patience for me. And this thing is pumped. Are you kidding me? 170% in 20 days. My goodness, I should have all in Kusama. But you can't fret about what you missed out on. You're not going to pick them all right. Anyway, I have rambled on for quite some time now. I'm going to wrap this up. I love you guys all. I will be back tomorrow. Actually, let's see what's going on in the stock market real quick before I wrap this up. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is so painful. Oh, Tom, you should have stayed in that NASDAQ short. You'd be up now. Oh, your hedge would be working beautifully. Oh. What is the expression? Still sack? Well, today it was rubber sack, right? I had rubber. No sack Tom is my new nickname. No sack Tom. Where are we headed? Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so disappointing. My portfolio is still up. Tesla. Oh, Tesla's brutal. Tesla's now back below 600. If there's ever a time to start buying Tesla, this is the time to start definitely dipping your toe into the water. That being said, I mean, I don't even want to look at the chart, man. I've discussed this a lot. There's a lot of downside room left in this stock market. A lot. Tesla could go down to $250, and you're like, Tom, that's crazy. That's insane. How could you say something like that? Tesla at $250 is pre-split $1,000, and that's about what it was a year ago, right? So, I mean, here we go, man. Look at this. NASDAQ is, oh, I'm looking at the QQQ. So, wow, it dipped. There must have been some, oh no, the green line's what I'm thinking about. So this green line is what I've discussed is in play. Down in this area, this would be pretty brutal. But even if we went all the way down to this green line, this would put us at where we, I mean, we go back to last March, and this was a very, very good time in the stock market. I mean, things were booming. Like even then, look at this. Look how high up the stock market was last March before that crash. We were up into the stratosphere. I mean, this is some of the most insane bullish stock market bull run action we've ever seen. I mean, that looks similar, starting to look similar to the dot-com bubble. And when we go back, right? Dot-com bubble, crash, dead cat bounce, crash, and trouble for the next 7-8 years. The 2008 crash. And then we started an historic bull run with a few dips, like a chilly dipper in 2018 that was pretty brutal. No, this is the 2018 one that was pretty brutal. Lasted for a few months. Back off to the moon, nice, big, crazy. And then we have that V-shaped recovery. And that, just this right here is insane. This is an insane move up. Little dump, little consolidation, and then we just blow our top off. And we're sitting in a blow your top off situation, in my opinion. I don't know. Again, I think it's going to be sideways to drip down, possibly. We're probably going to end up somewhere down here by the end of the year. I don't think we're not going to be up here like everyone says. Though I do think, just be careful, man. You know, like I mentioned yesterday, the weather's getting nice. People are itching to get out and start spending that money if another stimulus check comes. I don't know, man. Just be careful. No one knows. So me personally, I mean, you're seeing it. I'm all in. I'm all in crypto now. This was kind of like I've been seeing this, and it's my inclination that the stock market is getting heavy. I don't see how it can continue to just go Starship blast off to Mars like it has been. And so I'm looking to, you know, even in the stock market, I've taken most of my money out. What's over there? You know, my IRA is still pretty heavy in the stock market, but it's mostly Tesla. I believe in Tesla. Elon tweeted this weekend. Man, I'm still rambling, man. I can't stop. Elon tweeted this weekend, but he took the tweet down that he thinks Tesla could be the biggest company in the world in the next few months, which is a bit insane. He's probably smoking some LSD or something. Can you even smoke LSD? That's probably the dumbest thing I've ever said. Anyway, I really do got to wrap this up. I got to get back to work, or I got to get to work. I love you guys. This is where we're at. I don't know where the stock market's headed. We can check it again in the morning. Peace.